What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to try out a Thievul team in the Go Battle League. Now, Thievul here is a Pokemon that every time I see it, I almost always lose to it because it's such a consistent Pokemon, having access to Sucker Punch as a fast move, as well as Night Slash, a very quick charge attack that does quite a bit of damage, especially with Thievul's attack stat. But honestly, Thievul's not all that squishy. It has a decent amount of bulk as well, so a very interesting Pokemon, and I'm going to pair it up with both Florges as well as Clodsire. So let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, let's try to get some wins here with Thievul. I feel like this Pokemon has a lot of potential. And we see an Alolan Ninetales in the lead. That is a pretty bad lead matchup. Obviously, I'm a Dark-type Pokemon. This is a Fairy-type. They outpace us as well. They can go for a chip and dip pretty easily against us, and I don't love to see that. But I know I survived this. It's not going to one-shot us. It's just a Weather Ball. Yeah. I'll go for the instant Chilling Water because I want to get any chip damage against him that I can. Just by landing this move, there is a chance that I can put them into Night Slash range. 9, so they have the next move now. And so they overfarm a little bit. I'll shield this up, because honestly, A9 is kind of a scary Pokemon for my Clodsire as well. I hope I don't get farmed down here before I get to another Chilling Water. I want to force energy out of them if possible. Oh, they let that go. Well, who comes in? You gotta be joking. I just barely don't get an attack off here. Yeah, that's really bad. The Gastro A9 core is incredibly strong, though, so that makes a lot of sense. We're at 6. I have to no-shield, but it's almost certainly going to be a Water Pulse coming through. We're at 1, 2. They're 2 away from their next Body Slam here. 3, 4, 5. They're going for a full farm down against us, it looks like. Which, little do they know, that is a fantastic play. Yeah, yikes. Where are my boosts? Come on. Maybe they only get 1 Water Pulse off against us? No, it doesn't look like that's the case. Yeah, they're at back-to-back now. I have to shield 1, and honestly, I think my win condition right now is a Talonflame in the back line, which, I mean, could be a Pokemon I'd see with an A9, I guess. Come on, let's see the Talonflame in the back line, or like something I can one-shot, please. There's gotta be something that I'd have play against. Gudra's a little bit too bulky here, unfortunately. Alright, well, I'd say this is one of the worst teams I could see. A9 lead, really bad to see. Gastrodon, really bad to see once I don't have shields or energy against them. And Gudra, pretty bad to see as well. Can they please just throw an Aqua Tail against me? What are they doing? I guess they want this game to take longer. Alright. I guess they're just farming us down. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown that Stone Edge. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong. Yeah, they're giving me a taste of my own medicine here. They're throwing a move that's unnecessary now. That's fine. Bit of a tricky Pokemon to see in that lead matchup there. A9 is, like, not only does it have that pacing advantage against a lot of my team, what it also has is access to that Ice-type damage that I don't love to see. It's basically a Fairy-type that doesn't lose to Clodsire, and that on its own is annoying. Combine that with the Gastro on the back, and that's where it kind of went off the rocker. Alright, we got a pretty unfortunate matchup there, but I think Thievul is going to win the lead. Well, this is like a tie. This is like a tied lead right now. Okay, well, that's a decent counter swap for us to see. So honestly, I'm pretty good into that Talonflame. And Florges here is pretty good into this, this Primeape as well. Okay, Chilling Water's not going to knock out here, but if they do let it go, I can farm them down. So they're at 4. They have the Rage Fist right now. There's a chance they could have gone for, like, a close combat, but they didn't even build up to it, so yeah, we can farm this down now. Have a lot of energy for that Talonflame. And the best thing is, Talonflame is only going to get, well, actually, it probably gets, like, 2 out of this. But Chilling Water is going to debuff their attack stat. It's also super effective, fun fact. 3. Or 2, rather. I don't know why I just added an extra Incinerate there. Alright. This is where I wouldn't mind having access to Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb would probably win us this game if I had it. Stone Edge isn't going to do a lot. Neither is Earthquake. But what I'm hoping right now is maybe enough resisted damage over time is all we need. Because I think we're putting them into eventual Night Slash range. And that Talonflame is pretty low itself. So I'm going to try to play for the win condition that maybe I can just get some shields with Earthquake. Yeah, we do get a shield there. I get a second attack off, which is pretty nice. Honestly, I think we're still in a playable spot. Yeah, okay. I should be able to Sucker Punch this down, I think. A superpower, especially now, I can. Full Night Slash here just to get the shield down from them if we can. I mean, they always shield this, right? I think they kind of have to. And because I'm feeling like it, I think we're about to boost right now. I feel it coming. Oh, wait. They no-shield that. Nice. Yeah, I think that game was pretty won after I landed that Earthquake, but still a little bit of a scary core breaker there in the back line. There we go. Got our next opponent. Evil, can we pick up a lead? Honestly, this is going to be weird. Like, what is their moveset that they have on this? If it's on Crunch Psychic Fangs, this is probably remarkably bad for them. They're at 6 right now, so they have a Psychic Fangs. If they're on Earthquake, though, which I would not be surprised for a Steelix user to be running Earthquake nowadays. This is going to be a little bit embarrassing if I end up shielding a Psychic Fangs, but, yeah, no. Sometimes you gotta do it. Okay, good. That's an Earthquake. That's a lot of energy down the drain for them. We can throw on what could have been a CMP with the Psychic Fangs here. Looks like it was. And now Steelix should be out of the way. I guess Thievel's actually pretty good against this as long as you don't no-shield an Earthquake. That's good to know. We got a boost. No Wigglytuff, please. Alright, I could have play roughed here. Surely they know that. There's Violet's in the back. Kind of a cool pick. Maybe I should have just guaranteed the shield. Okay, well, we got the shield. I bet 2 Night Slashes, though, after that boost would have still put them down to probably about, like, 20% HP. Yeah, that would have done a lot with the Sucker Punch damage after. Alright. Go Fairy-type Pokemon. They have a lot of energy here. That is the one thing that is a little bit scary to me. And man, they're so weak to Fighting-type Pokemon. It could still be like a Wiggly in the back, but I feel like if that were the case, they probably would have brought that in earlier. Alright. Not my favorite Pokemon in Pokemon Go to see here against a Clodsire. But I think it's very playable. I have Stone Edge. Honestly, even with Sludge Bomb, though, I'd probably be fine. They are triple weak to a certain typing called Fighting. Interesting Ice Beam. I wonder if they think they can farm me down because of that. Alright, I know exactly what they're about to do. And it is incredibly worrying. Dang, I wasn't expecting that. Alright, if I can get to another Stone Edge against that Lapras, that's gonna be my win con right now. Honestly, I'm gonna swap here just to, like, try to make something happen. I was really hoping this Violet would throw energy against me, but the incredible patience by my opponent here has actually really made this endgame dicey. That patience is going to allow them to not guarantee an attack from my Florges against them. Now I have to just hope that I survive the Psywaves. Which, while they are super effective, it's non-stab, and Clodsire is a freaking beast. So we do survive. And we just get that Stone Edge off. Just barely. Okay. Not throwing the immediate Stone Edge against that Xylis was definitely the win con there, because they saved so much energy on that Lapras that if I would have played it a little bit more suboptimally, like I wasted a full Stone Edge, I feel like I lose that game. Next opponent. We're going to win this one, and we're going to get a Corsola lead. I can feel it. I was kind of close, actually. I'm I'm kind of impressed. We manifested the ghost at least. Oh, no way, they're staying in here? I think Sableye probably wins the CMP. Although I do want to test it. Okay, they don't let me test. I do resist the fast move pressure. The potential Dazzling Gleam could one-shot us if they even have that. Oh, they shield? Nice. You run Gleam. I don't care if you do or you don't. I'm shielding. You're staying in, so you must be scared. They run Gleam! Oh my goodness. Oh no. It's the Azumarill. Well, they threw that pretty quickly. I think we all know that is an attack called Ice Beam. I didn't really swap out as quickly as I could have against this Pokemon, mainly because I feel like I don't need switch advantage as much as they might in this game. You don't stay in Sableye into Thievul unless you're, like, I don't know, incredibly afraid of Thievul. And it is kind of a scary-looking fox, so I could see why you might be a little bit scared of it. But they seem, like, terrified. I have a lot of energy there, and Azu is likely their best way to wall off the energy. I'm gonna no-shield this, because, I mean, I don't really need switch as much as they likely do in this game. Okay. Just barely don't knock out, but I can come back in Thievul, Sucker Punch down, have even more energy, which is kind of neat, I guess. And we are met by a second Fairy-type Pokemon. That is honestly by no means what I thought would be in the backline. Wow, okay, we should have just kept Switch, I guess. Oh, but they shield that? They shouldn't have shielded that. Why did they stay in the lead? Okay, I guess they're playing the mind games. They're playing the massive mind games there. Stone Edge should knock him out. And then it's a Wigglytuff into a Clodsire. The shield on the Play Rough's kind of massive for us, because if they didn't shield that, then Sableye would have put in a decent amount of damage against my Clodsire. That could have been really bad. I'm really surprised they wouldn't have just instantly swapped, though. Okay, we're on a roll now. We're getting some wins. Thievul into Gastrodon. We've seen this Pokemon in the Go Bad League before. We know it's bulky. We know they have fast move pressure. But we also know Thievul does. So, I hope they play this out. I want to get this away from my Clodsire if possible. They're at 5, so they have a potential Water Pulse now. But they could also do something that I like to call baiting. They could bait an attack. Go for a Body Slam. And honestly, I don't really care if they do, because I do still outpace to the Night Slash, and really just getting rid of this Gastrodon would be one of the better things I could do. They did go for the Body Slam bait, which is psychotic. Who would ever do that? They go for the Night Slash. They shield it up. Okay. And now I should be able to just 2-shield farm down. I throw an alignment, I guess just for fun. That's going to make it so I take one less Mud Slap of damage here. Water Pulse makes sense. They might as well just guarantee the knockout, saying they're not getting to a second move after that, so. Man, like, literally every single person has an answer for Thievul. I mean, yeah, I'm complaining they're not triple weak to Thievul, I guess. But it is kind of crazy how every person not just has, like, an answer, but, like, they have, like, a hard wall for this Pokemon. Something that I really just don't want to see. Toad's Cruel, hello. I don't think they can very easily knock us out. ABA Mud Slap! They're ABA Mud Slap! That is kind of scary. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, they shield that? I think they must have thought that I was on Moonblast, potentially. Alright, we should be pretty good here, though, no matter what, because I have a Clodsire for Carbink. And this is a double debuffed Toadscruel. I mean, I survive whatever they throw, I guess, unless they're on Earth Power, but they're a double debuffed Clodsire, or... No, that's a Toadscruel. Same thing, I guess. Yeah, just save the energy here. Come in, Clodsire, into the Carbink. And now, I mean, I don't really see what they can necessarily do against me, and I guess neither do they. That's a crazy team. Gastro, Toadscruel Core. Why not? Let's just do ABA Mud Slap. Why not? Oh, that's a 4-1. Okay. That's kind of cool. I hope we see more teams that don't have fairy types, though, because the fairy types, I think, are like the most common Pokemon we're going to see that kind of give Thievul some trouble, so we'll get into the next set. Next battle, let's try to keep on the winning streak. Thievul into Charjabug. Okay. Unironically, not a bad lead. You might expect the bug type to be pretty bad for us, but I think here we can probably just Thievul our way through this. And by that, I mean just tap my screen and throw Night Slash. If I boost, that would be hilarious. We haven't really had an impactful boost with this Pokemon. Oh, nice. They shield the first attack. They must be wanting to play for Switch, but I mean, the only shielding scenario that Thievul actually wins, believe it or not, is the 2s. I don't think that's really that surprising. I don't know why I said it like that. It's like, yeah, of course you win the 2-shield matchup. That's when the Night Slash would actually knock out. But I just outpace here, and I win CMP. If they shield this, I have back-to-back. If they no-shield, then I have some energy for the backline, and we've gotten rid of a Charjabug, which, I mean, honestly isn't that bad for my backline. Where's my boosts? Yeah, we're not going to give a farm down over. They Rage Fist before swapping? Or maybe they're just going to stay in? I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with that. Annihilate is incredibly annoying. I'm going to debuff them immediately because I want to guarantee at this point that they're not going to be able to do anything too funny like knock us out with another Rage Fist. I am like a little bit concerned about a Gastrodon in the back. Does this knock us out? There's a chance it does. I think it actually does. Yeah. Okay. So they're boosted now. Ice Punch is actually going to hurt. If they're after 6, could that actually be an Ice Punch after 2 Rage Fists? I don't know. Might just be a Rage Fist. Okay. I mean, I can Earthquake and I have a Night Slash loaded, and if I needed to, I could also reach a Play Rough with my Thievul. Diggersby in the back. I lose CMP. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Unless I get debuffed here. Which they're not going to do. A boost would be incredible right about now on my Thievul. Because I don't have a lot of raw damage against this Pokemon. It should be at 1. I can do 4 and throw the Night Slash. No, I don't have enough damage here. Ah, man. That is so unfortunate. Like, I mean, I know it's not that unlikely to not get a boost, but, like, I had, like, 4 or 5 chances this game to get it. So close. Yeah, I threw, like, 3 against that Charjabug and 2 here. So I think more likely than not, at least one of those should have boosted, surely. Maybe I get the Stone Edge. Where's my Water Pulse Clodsire? Honestly, maybe I should be trying out Water Pulse, because I have not Stone Edged, like, anything today. Super close game there last time. Let's make this one a close game, but in my favor, where I win it. Okay. We probably have some play here, but I'm worried about what could be in the backline with this. I can get rid of this Pokemon so my Florges doesn't have to deal with an Acid user. And I mean, if I boost, then I just straight up win this matchup. But, I mean, there's a lot of things that can be paired with Cradily, and a lot of them are kind of uncomfortable for Clodsire. Come on, boost. No boost. We are not allowed a boost today. They should honestly just make it so Night Slash is a guaranteed boost. That'd be even more fun. Oh. Yeah, I can clear my debuff and come in Florges. That's pretty awesome. I think Safe Swap is generally a pretty safe Pokemon, but I think Florges is one of the best counters to it because they ramp up, but I can debuff. So it kind of just neutralizes a lot of what this thing can do. If they shield this, that's fine. In fact, I survive the next attack from them as well. They're going to go for a close combat, it looks like, which that is a pretty smart play. but I do survive this. It's only a neutral resisted close combat. Gives me less farm down, though. Yeah, I almost get nothing out of that, actually. I mean, I think, actually, I'd get more utility out of the Chilling Water. I was kind of considering going for the Trailblaze, but I don't think that would have been the play. If I Trailblaze there, then there's actually a good chance that they can do a real amount of damage with this Pokemon. They still go for an attack here before swapping out, which, I mean, maybe they've rocked too much or something crazy. They do. What's in the back? Oh. Oh, it's a Charizard, actually. Interesting. When I saw that, I thought it was a Talonflame, and I figured that I won the game on the spot. Charizard, though, is not Talonflame. It can be a little bit scary. I'll shield the Air Cutter bait. I know it's an Air Cutter bait, but I need to shield. Because if they land a Blast Burn against us, like, through 2 shields, I don't know if I could live with myself. Okay, we do shield the Blast Burn. Okay, we have the Night Slash, but here's the problem. I'm very low on HP. I might get Dragon Breath down here. And this probably doesn't knock out. Yeah, it doesn't. Wow, they caught? Honestly, incredibly impressive to have the counts that on point. But I was getting close to getting farmed down, so I needed to throw that anyway. Oh, we actually just Sucker Punch down. That's awesome. Okay. That was a close one. I will point out, once again, no boosts. What's up with that? Alright. Let's keep on going. I feel like we know how to use this Pokemon now. Well, maybe not. We lead into the Shadow Annihilate. First misplay of the set here. We lead into a bad matchup. Believe it or not, leading into a good matchup is generally better. With that said, I would not call Bastiodon a counter swap into Florges. I think that 4 Chilling Waters are enough to knock out. Is that even true? I hope it is. If it's not true, I'm so sorry for lying. It actually isn't. That's kind of crazy. Alright. Is this a bad play? We'll find out. I think maybe I should have Sucker Punched, or not Sucker Punched. I should have Trailblazed on that second one. But maybe this still gives the damage boost that I need. I think it probably does, surely. Come on, it's a Basti. I know it's an annoying Pokemon, but surely I knock out here. Azu in the back, okay. I don't necessarily know how I win this game. It's gonna be fun to find out, though. Won't it? You let that go? I have an interesting idea. And it's called Annihilate does not resist the dark typing. That's the game I'm playing right now. Annihilate does not resist dark. You shield a Hydro Pump too. That's pretty nice. They probably swap here to Annihilate if they can. Which, I mean, they can. Oh, they don't? Do they come in Basti? That's a really smart no-shield. I need a boost so bad. I just get swept by this now. I played that very well, I think. I got a 1-turn lag, which is not ideal. But I don't think it would have mattered no matter what, because they survive long enough here. And they have some energy on that Basti, too. Man, a boost would have probably won me this game. And I know I'm complaining about not getting boosts, but it's just like, I should have got at least one so far. um, okay, so if this Basti doesn't have a move, then I'm going to be able to complain potentially about the fact that I got a 1-turn lag. Alright, we're going to win this one. We gotta win. We gotta win. After that last game, no more losing. No more excuses. Just winning. I know this is kind of an awkward Pokemon for me to see on a Thievul, but it's also not terrible. I want to keep some energy here just in case they want to go for like a swap out at some point into like a flyer. I know sometimes you see Ufisk plus the Peck users in the back, and since Thievul doesn't win CMP against them, it can be a little bit awkward if they get an energy lead there, so just keeping energy is not bad. Where's my boost? Boosts are out of stock for the day. Hey, look at that. Unfortunately, this Night Slash isn't going to one-shot or anything. But at this point, I would not be surprised if they have a Togekiss in the back. Okay, do you guys want to see an actually surprising play? I think this might be a crazy play here, but it's what I'm going for, so hear me out. I'm going to Trailblaze the Flying type, because I think they shield. Yep. Main reason I do that is so now my Florges is much more of a scary Pokemon for them to deal with. And maybe now they're going to be more inclined to shielding. If I get shields down, generally that's going to allow my Clodsire to have more play. They let that go? Okay. We're a double boosted Florges now. Yeah, it's the Togekiss in the back as we kind of thought it would be. We're at 5. Psyshock would likely come close to knocking us out. Yeah, it would knock us out from here. We get a shield. 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, I could have thrown then. They're debuffed though, so like Psyshock's not going to do that much to my Clodsire. Okay. I need enough energy here to be able to get to a Stone Edge before they get to 2 Psyshocks with that Togekiss, and I think I'll be able to. Nice. I just was not confident in my Thievul's ability to knock out that Ufisk from there, so I just stayed in, and I think that was the play, because Thievul wouldn't have knocked out with a Night Slash. I feel like I'd just get Thundershock down. Nice, so actually playing that out, getting the shields down with my Florges was definitely the right call there in that mid-game matchup, because I need shields down, or else that Togekiss probably just sweeps my backline. Alright, final game of the set. Decisive game 5 as well. Empoleon into Thievul. I guess this is where I want to see it. I'm not too mad about that. My Sucker Punch damage is going to add up quite a bit over time. 6. So they're 1 past the Hydro Cannon right now. I don't win CMP here, and I don't like that. Are they actually shield the first? I should survive 1 here. I'm going to shield this, go for the Night Slash in a second. I need this Pokemon gone, or at least shields down. It should be at 1 right now. They shield? They do. So I'm going to swap. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to shield this, but at this point, at least I can dance around this Empoleon a little bit better. There's a chance here they try to catch. There's a chance they don't need to catch, because it's actually an Abomasnow in the back. It's on Leafage. That's kind of cool, but not good for me. Yeah, big damage. 5, okay. Kind of surprised they threw instantly here and didn't go for an Energy Ball. One. Two, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So at this point, they're debuffed. They're not going to do that much damage into me. I need to be able to Poison Sting this down before a second attack is reached, and honestly, that's going to be kind of close. Abomasnow here is not the Shadow variant, and Leafage pacing is kind of insane. Whoa. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that second Incinerate, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I think I'm fine. Them coming in Empoleon here really helps things out. Because now I still have my Thievul. I can Sucker Punch that thing down, the Abomasnow, even if they do knock us out with a Weather Ball. Water, Fire, Grass team from them. They do barely get an attack off here, which I was a little bit worried about, but I'm no longer worried about it since I have my Thievul around. Weather Ball does knock us out thanks to that cleared debuff. But one Sucker Punch gets the knockout. And Thievul doing good enough to win that game. It was pretty neutral against that team. Like, the weird thing about Thievul is you kind of wish it had more attack. You know, just to win those CMPs. If you won CMP against Empoleon, that matchup, it would just be a hard win. But the fact that you don't makes it a little bit more awkward. Still able to get a 3-2 set there, though. That's pretty good. Thievul is honestly a pretty interesting Pokemon here in the Go Bad League. It's a pick that has a lot of great neutral play as long as you're not getting resisted with your Dark-type damage, and it has targets in Furret as well as Galarian Corsola. Didn't see too many of those myself today, but those Pokemon are pretty common, so having a Pokemon that shuts them down like Thievul is a very good thing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.